The NZB yearling sales, the February 18 through to 21, and on the 18th they're going to be here at Karaka. Catching up now with Nigel Fahy, who's giving me some height jokes, but from Breckon Farms. Hello, Nige.
G'day, Paul. How are you?
Very, very well, mate. We've just done virtual yearling parade. We were going to showcase your draft. 31, I think, yearlings?
35. We had 36, but one's been withdrawn, unfortunately. But yeah, that's the issues you have when you have this many numbers. But yeah, 35 this year.
We've gone through every one of the yearlings. We expect some people will fast forward or rewind, but encourage people to have a look at them because there's a few diamonds in the rough there, isn't there?
I think so. Yeah, there's we've got all our videos up on NZB website and also the Breckon Farms website. They are, yeah, we've got a few free runs and stuff in the lane that a few of the trainers have commented on how they think it's a really good idea, and you can see the actual action of the horse. But yeah, there's a few diamonds in the rough and a few that are really just watching them parade here now. They're sort of you don't get to see them every day in day out because we're a pretty busy farm at the moment with breeding and foaling and also trying to juggle a yearling prep in the middle of that. But no, I haven't seen them every day, but like they're really, yeah, there's a few that are really sort of caught my eye as how much well they're developed. Especially we turn them out for 2 weeks over Christmas and New Year, and they just lie down in the paddock and rest and grow and let their bodies catch up with their brains, and yeah, they come back in after that Christmas break and they seem to do really well, and yeah, looking forward to the NZB sale on 18th of February.
We'll throw to those videos now. We'll just come back for a recap just at the end of it. All right, Nigel, here we have lot number one. No one wants to be lot number one at any sale, but this is the What the Hill colt out of Dead Cat Bounce, also a lot of the Aussies will know about, mate. Yeah,
the mare, she went 154 at Menangle one day. She's nice mare. This is her third foal. A lot different to her first two foals. He's quite a lot bigger and stronger. The mare went, yeah, like I said, the mare went a track record at Menangle, but yeah, really happy with this fella. He's developed really well.
He is. I actually said, you just said before we started it, when I went and looked at his pedigree there before, that he doesn't look like a What the Hill. He looks like a pacer in his build, doesn't he? He's got a very, very impressive way about him.
Yeah, like the mare, she was quite a small type of mare, but in the first couple of foals were those compact little horses too. But they've competed real well. The first one was a 2-year-old Bouncing Beyond of Robert and Jenna Dunn's. He raced in quite a few of the bigger 2-year-old races, but he just kept going off stride. It's probably a maturity thing with the little fella, but and last year's was a spitting image of the 2-year-old. So. But this guy here, like I said, he's definitely a bigger, stronger type than the other two for sure.
No, lovely way to start the sale off. Lot number one, the What the Hill out of Dead Cat Bounce. Right, Nigel, now we have the Always Be Mickey colt out of the Better's Delight mare in Delightful Kiss, lot number 3.
Yeah, Delightful Kiss. She's a the dam's a full sister to Bella Montana. This is her second foal. This one's definitely thrown a lot more to the Better's Delight, but he's a big, strong sort of Mickey. He's a big, loping, fluid stride on him. Her first foal's a 2-year-old with Mark and Nathan Purden, and has shown plenty of promise. He should be showing up at the trials in the next couple of months, but from all accounts, they're really happy with how he's developed for sure.
Yeah, one thing I've noticed with the Mickeys, especially this trip, beautiful walking horses, aren't they? They walk terrific, and you can just see there the way he stands over the ground. He's going to cover a lot of ground when he fully matures, isn't he?
I think so. Yeah, like he's one of the ones. He's sort of I think he's quite a late foal. Yeah, 20th of November foal. So he's matured really well for the age of what he is.
That is lot number 3, the Always Be Mickey out of Delightful Cass. I've got to read these names properly first, Nigel. I'll get a lot of them mistaken, but Delightful Cass, a Better's Delight mare. Lot number 6, Nigel, is the Better's Delight out of the Art Place mare in Diamond Lace.
Yeah, one of Ken and Karen's favourite families, this, with maiden splendour, leaving good type and pace and pride in the family. Nice strong filly with a really nice walk, I think. She's yeah, pretty handy type.
No, she is indeed. Strong looking filly, isn't she?
Yeah, no, she's come a long way in the prep as well. Like she was a bit of a handful early on, but she's sort of really matured and sort of got the hang of things quite quickly, really. But yeah, really happy with it.
And we're very, very well related, especially in that second dam. Winners everywhere, black type everywhere as well. So the old, you race them and then you can breed them as well. And this is one of those fillies that will tick both those boxes.
Yeah, it did, right, yep.
And is lot number 6, the Bettor's Delight out of Diamond Lace. Right, Nigel, we now have lot number 8, the Art Major colt out of Diana Brown, a Bettor's Delight mare.
First foal out of the mare. She's really nice cut of a horse for the first foal. He's quite compact for an Art Major, but he's developed really well through the prep and really happy with him. He's one of our clients' horses. But yeah, the mare, she went 152 and change as I think as a 4-year-old mare in the Jewels. But yeah, really quality horse. And
I can say he walks quick, because just with the tripod there, just trying to keep up with him. He's a lovely walking horse, and you can just see there, stands over the ground, and the rest. She was a great mare herself, $113,000 in stakes, which is nothing to be sneezed at, that's for sure. And just a real striker, isn't he?
Yeah, he is, and like really lovely here on nice high. Yeah, I'd be happy to take him home any day of the week. Yeah,
the Bettor's Delight Art Major cross. It doesn't matter which way you go. It's a proven cross. It works. That is lot number 8, the Art Major out of Diana Brown. Right, Nigel, we now have a horse that a lot of people will be looking at, that's for sure. Lot number 11, this is the Bettor's Delight out of Double Twist. What a family this has been for Breckon Farms, a beautiful looking colt.
Yeah, he is. As you can see, he's pretty laid back. He's sort of just loping along there. A family that a lot of Australians will know well, with the likes of King of Swing and Better Twist close up in the pedigree. Twister's full brother, he was a high-priced yearling a couple of years ago. He's sort of slowly coming to it. He's a 3-year-old now. He's lining up tomorrow down in the South Island. But once again he's sort of showing a bit of promise, and he's starting to repay the purchases. But yeah, this fella's for a sort of mid-December foal. He's pretty well developed, and yeah, he's a really nice cut of a horse.
He's a real big horse, isn't he? Good back end on him there. You can see that in the picture too, and just got a great attitude. Just stops there for us and posed beautifully. We're not actually posing these horses, so we want people to go to the website and make sure they check out all the photos and videos of these horses. The guys are just stopping them for us, and yeah, just a real professional, wasn't he?
Yeah, he is nice and relaxed, and yeah, really happy with how he's developed.
Yeah, that is lot 11. That is the Bettor's Delight Double Twist colt. Lot 13 now, Nigel, the Captain Treacherous colt out of Al Mac. A lot of people will be wanting to check this horse out. He looks a beautiful type. His temperament looks even better.
Yeah, no, he's a lovely colt. He's big, strong fella, just like last year's sale topper for us. Stonewall bought last year's colt, and by all accounts he broke in really well. They're really happy with him, but this guy's he's a spitting image of last year's one. Just a bit of update on the Almac's previous foal. Her first foal ruptured a stifle as a yearling. We were going to retain it anyway, seeing it was a filly, but yeah, she just in a paddock incident, and she's been retained, but she's fine. Like she's in training, but we're taking her nice and slowly, and by all accounts she does show a bit of potential. But she's now a 3-year-old that'll probably just yeah. I mean, if she measures up, she measures up, but if not, then she's always going to have a place in their broodmare band. But this fella here, yeah, he's been a spitting image of last year's one ever since day one. But yeah, nice horse and big, strong Captain Treacherous.
Yeah, no, he is. He's lot number 13, and anyone wondering, Al Mac herself won $607,000, and just a real high-price quality mare. Now we've got a trotter in lot number 15, Nigel. This is the What the Hill out of Factor the Odds. Lovely type, but also got some pretty important updates as well.
Yeah, that's right. We mentioned earlier about the Bet and Win. This is a full sister to Bet and Win. She's a really sort of no fuss sort of horse. She just gets in here, does her business, gets out. If you want to have a look at a horse trotting up the lane, yeah, when we done the yearling videos, this girl, she really just lit up the track when we let her off for her free run. She just powered down the lane, and it was one of the better ones we've seen in the years we've been doing it here, that's for sure. But yeah, really nice filly, and obviously with that big update of Bet and Win winning on New Year's Eve, it's a nice filly that sort of, you can really go on with it as a racehorse and then continue on the breeding barn.
Encourage the Aussies to go and watch a replay of Bet and Wins Win. That is lot number 15. What the Hill out of Factor the Odds. Yeah, very important update. All good, Dale. Right, Nigel, we now have lot number 22, the Always Be Mickey Colt out of Gladder mare. I think it's the second foal out of this mare.
Yep, that's right. Not overly big like a lot of the Mickeys can be. Quite compact sort of fella, but really easy going, nice and relaxed sort of horse. Her first foal broke in really well with Mark and Nathan Purden. He's bought at last year's Yearling sales. But this guy looks quite a similar type to one of last season's top 2-year-olds, and Cold Chisel, who was always and always be Mickey. But yeah, sort of nice, compact, sort of strong little fella, and yeah, I think he's a good example of a nice horse.
And he's happy to get along with the job too, like he's keen to walk, and even then just standing up for us too, like standing up lovely, he even squared himself up for us, which is good of him. Really nice colt, striking, and got a striking tail as well. So yeah, a few people are going to be looking at him, that's for sure. That is lot number 22, the Always Be Mickey out of Gladder mare. Lot 24 is the Better's Delight colt out of Good Looking Babe. She might have been well named, but I tell you what, she's left a stamp on her son too, that's for sure here, Nigel. What a cracking colt this is.
Yeah, he is. He's been a standout right since as a weanling, really. He typical Better's sort of 2-year-old type, nice and strong, good hind quarter on him. But yeah, to be fair, he's probably right from early days. He was one of my picks of the draft. Well-known family in WA with the likes of Greg and Sky Bond, training both in the Spotlight and in a Wink. And her first 2 foals both being Group 1 winners, All American Lover. She won the Queen of Hearts last year, or 2 years ago now, and obviously in the Spotlight she was a Group 1 winner in WA as a 2-year-old. But yeah, really nice type, and as you can see, he's compact little type.
Got a good temperament about him too, and just happy to stand there. Just looks a goer, doesn't he? He looks the sort of horse you want to take home and break in and put in the cart and take him away. Yeah, real showy type.
Yeah, and with the Entane TAB sort of thing, with the 2-year-old incentives and whatnot, with the 8,000 to the owner and 4,000 to the breeder for 2-year-old wins, he's the sort of type that you'd think would hopefully be winning one of those early 2-year-old races.
It's lot number 24, the Better's Delight out of Good Looking Babe. Right, lot 30 is the Better's Delight out of Good Looking Girl. Nigel, you can race your fillies and you can also send them to the breeding barn, and I think a lot of people are looking at this filly, that's what they'll be looking to do, mate, both sides of it, because it's got a great pedigree but also a great maternal line as well.
Yeah, dead right, Paul. She is a nice filly. She's a full sister to Almac, and she's actually got a lot of the sort of similar qualities as Almac, with the Almac had the sort of white love heart sort of star on her head, and but yeah, sort of built the same way as well. But yeah, she's a full sister to Almac and a half sister to the filly we topped the sales with last year, with which was a Captain Treacherous, who by all accounts broke in really well over the autumn last year with Crandale Giddy down south, and yeah, we really look forward to seeing her appear on the track for the new owner. She was a really lovely horse, and she did fetch top dollar, and this filly here, she's quite tidy too. And
that filly, of course, was bought and going back to a breeding barn eventually will be part of the lure with her. That is lot number 30. That's a Better's Delight out of Good Looking Girl. It's a real filly's family. Just as she turns around, Nigel, it is a real filly's family, this family, isn't it?
That's right, yeah. And yeah, like Miss Streisand, she was a rock and roll dance filly that performed well over here, then went over to Aussie, and she won plenty of races over there. And yeah, it is definitely a filly's family that continues to do the job.
Lot number 33 is the Bay filly Always Be Mickey out of the Better's Delight mare in, well, I'm going to go Hullabaloo Baby, and hopefully I got it right, Nigel.
Yeah, that's near enough for me, Paul. But yeah, this is clearly the best type she's ever left. She's had 3 or 4 foals now, but this mare was a bit of a headache. She not the weanling, or not the yearling, the mother. Ken brought her over in Aussie as a yearling to try and get a bit of that North American blood into the families, but she got crook, and they nearly lost her, and she ended up coming home and didn't even persevere with being a racehorse. But she's starting to leave a couple, and yeah, I think this, like I said, this would be the best on type she's left. But no, she's nice horse. I actually thought Ken and Karen may have retained her, but obviously with building her stables next year, it's we've sort of got to get a bit of money in the bank. So I think that's the reasoning behind this one.
It's lot number 33. This is the Always Be Mickey out of Hullabaloo Baby, and as we just said, as Nigel just alluded to, then you can race them, and then you've also got them as a breeding commodity later on. Lot 36 is the Always Be Mickey filly out of Ice Imperial, and of course goes back to one of the champions of New Zealand harness racing in Lazarus. Nigel, a lot of people will be looking at this filly.
Yeah, no, she's third foal out of the mare, late foal, December foal. She's quite a compact little filly, but first foal qualified prior to Christmas as a 2-year-old down south. And Robin and Jenna Dunn, they purchased last year's full brother. Like you said, it is the family of Lazarus, and you definitely have worse horses on the page than him. He's yeah, she's a nice, sort of neat little type, but yeah, dainty little filly, but quite well proportioned anyway.
That's a little bit of that family too, though, I think, isn't it? I mean, Lazarus himself, he was no real brute either. I mean, he was basically the perfect size horse. So
yeah, that's right.
Yeah, it's a very athletic type. Ken and Karen, they've invested pretty heavily in Always Be Mickey. They're very keen on him.
Oh yeah, we've well, I mean, yeah, he's, if you look at his stats up in North America with like Breeders' Crowns and everything, he just won them year after year after year, both colts and fillies. And I was reading something the other day, something like he'd won 5 out of the 18 Breeders' Crowns he could have potentially raced in. And I know one year he won the 2-year-old colts, 2-year-old fillies, 3-year-old colts, and I think he missed in the 3-year-old fillies or something. But it's pretty impressive sort of stats to have that with the amount of mares, amount of horses that are up in North America that could have potentially been sort of taking those crowns, but it was Mickey that was sort of getting the job done.
That's lot number 36, the Always Be Mickey out of Ice Imperial. Right, Nigel, lot 42 is the Art Major colt out of the Rock and Roll Dance mare in Lacey Linda.
Yeah, first foal out of the mare. Yeah, quality family this. I really like this colt as a type. The damn Lacey Linda qualified easy enough, but she had a couple of niggles. Her value was always going to be as a broodmare, so we decided rather than continuing on with her, would retire and put her in the broodmare band. And yeah, it's just the mother's a half sister to one of the top 2-year-olds of last season, top 2-year-old fillies in Treacherous Love. But yeah, I think this is a really nice sort of animal, really.
It is indeed, and you've got Linda Lovegrace, but you've also got that Rock and Roll Dance, and 2 of the best horses in the US last year, both being out of Rock and Roll Dance mares. So I think that's a pretty important update. Both those are colts, of course, Confederate and Cannibal. So it's a pretty important thing for people to take a good look at. He's doing a great job in the broodmare barn. That's lot 42, the Art Major out of Lacey Linda. Lot 46 now is the Always Be Mickey out of Linda Lovegrace, a horse a lot of the Australians will know, but also very important, I said it there before, Nigel, to say it again, this is a fillies family with champion fillies all the way through the bloodlines.
Yeah, that's right. We had Lacey Linda, which would be a mare in before, and but this girl here, she's sort of just taken a wee while to develop and mature into her frame, but she is a big girl, but she's improving all the time, and she's slowly getting better each week throughout the yearling prep. Like with the family that she's from, like she'll be a great addition to any sort of any breeding barn, and once she's finished racing. But yeah, there's some nice horses in there with the likes of Treacherous Love, and was one of the top 2-year-old fillies last year, and also Lovestruck, who sort of had a few niggles this year, but was a really nice 2-year-old filly, and sort of played second fiddle to Millwood Nike for a few of those races as a 2-year-old, but just, yeah, she's had a few niggles throughout the way. But this girl, she is big, but she's, yeah, like I said, slowly filling into her frame.
Got plenty of get up and go in her. That is lot number 46, the Always Be Mickey out of Linda Lovegrace. Lot number 49, and what an impact Tactical Landing has made from only a small number of horses already here in New Zealand out of the Love You mare, great producing mare in Love You Doozy, Nige. One for the trotters, this one.
Yeah, that's right. You sort of stole my thunder there a bit. Tactical Landing is definitely a stallion on the rise for sure. North America this year, he was, well, basically the 3rd best stallion behind the superstars in Muscle Hill and Walner. But this filly here, like, she's from a family that just keeps producing Group 1 horses. But yeah, she's a big, strong girl, this one, and like I said, up in North America. Tactical Landing for his first crop, he's left Tactical Approach, who's like dead set three-year-old trot of the year up there, and also the top filly in Mumbasita, which was, I think, was 2-year-old filly of the year, and she sort of trained on as well as a 3-year-old. But yeah, very strong filly. Just a little bit of an update. Obviously, Love Me Too and Kai Valley Hotspur and Kai Valley Chief have been Group 1 winners in Australia, but Love Me Again, the just now turned 3-year-old filly. She went to the workouts the other day for Tony Hurley, and yeah, we're expecting pretty good things from her this year. She's one of the Breckon horses that's going to be retained into the syndicates, but and she's a lovely type that's sort of moving forward as well. So yeah.
Love Me Again's by
Father Patrick.
Father Patrick, yeah. And of course you got Love Me Too in their family, and being by What the Hill, son of Muscle Hill, and this horse Tactical Landing, of course, the son of Muscle Hill as well. That is lot number 49, the Tactical Landing out of Love Ya Doozy. Oh, sorry. Lot number 51 is another of the Tactical Landings, another filly. We've got 2 in a row here. Nigel, for your draft, this one is out of Love Me Like You Do.
Yeah, that's right. Good strong filly, this one too. Plenty of scope about her. She's a like sort of thrown to the Love You line a bit.
Yeah.
Once again by Tactical Landing, North American top trotter up there. Dylan Fergus, just a bit of an update. Dylan Ferguson, him and Graham Rogerson purchased last year's Yearling. He was by Father Patrick, and he really rates him. He willing attitude, does everything right, and I think he's already been to a couple of looks around Cambridge Raceway just for a bit of a education. But I would imagine he'll be one of those horses that is up competing in those early 2-year-old races for Rogerson Racing and Dylan Ferguson.
You say there before about the Tactical, we said there before about Tactical Landing, but with the fillies, you know, get that Love You cross in the back of their bloodlines too is pretty important as well. So beautiful filly, having a little bit of a look around, but just a real cracking type. This is lot number 51, the Tactical Landing out of Love Me Like You Do. Lot 53 is the What the Hill colt out of Luby Ann.
Yeah, as you see on the page, like Tickle Me Pink and Luby Lou, both Group 1 winners, first 2 foals. And Luby Lil, she's a filly that's sort of winning a few races in Auckland at the moment. Really nice type, this fella, and actually when we done our videos around Christmas time, the videographer, he reckoned this was his pick of the sale, just the way he presented himself, the way he walked, and how he trotted up the lane. But he's just, yeah, really nice, compact sort of type, and yeah, really happy with his development through the prep as well. Stands
like a statue. He looks apart and really walks out, covers ground, pushes so hard from behind, which is what you want with a trotter, isn't it?
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah. But that is lot number 53. That is the What the Hill colt out of Luby Ann. So plenty of winners there in that family too. Keep a good eye on that.
Thanks, Fergus.
Nigel, we now have lot number 55, the Vincent filly out of Lydia's Delight, a Bettor's Delight mare herself.
Yeah, that's right. Vincent filly that she's sort of thrown quite well to the sire, especially like a big strong sort of horse. And Vincent, he was like a real sort of round, big strong barrel, big round barrel on him as well. And this filly's quite similar. First 3 all to the races, 2 winners with Princess Leia and Lydia's Art, both being multiple winners in Australia in the last 12 months or so. But yeah, nice sort of different sort of type of horse, but yeah, neat little filly.
Neat filly with a great bloodlines going back 2 generations. Sorry, with Party On and the like. She's a very get up and go filly too. By the looks of her, she's ready to go on with the job. That's for sure. That is lot number 55, the Vincent filly out of Lydia's Delight. Lot 57 for the trotters is the Creatine colt. What a job he's doing in the breeding barn at the minute, out of Muscle Factor. Very well related colt, this one.
Yeah, first foal by Creatine, obviously. He's a stallion on the rise. Nice. I really like this fella. He's sort of probably one of my smokies for the sale. He's quite a strong sort of fella, and really happy with him. closely related to the impressive New Year's Eve winner at Auckland and Bet and Win. But yeah, nice type, and he should go pretty well, I think.
Yeah, you say about Bet and Win, like he was super impressive the other day at, would you say New Year's Eve it was, for Stacey Markham and the crew. Like it was a very, very good win, and Bobby Butt, of course. But a lot of Australians were also no stress factor and have no fear. So really high quality trotters in this family, and like you said, he's a beautiful type. He's well worth a good look, isn't he? Because he stands over the ground and looks apart.
Yeah, I think so. That's exactly right. He's yeah, got a lot of size about him, and like he's a bit of character, but at the same time, he's a really nice, nice, well-conditioned animal.
Lot 57, creatine out of Muscle Factor. One of the hottest stallions in the Australasian market is Captain Treacherous, and you've got a filly on offer here now, lot number 59, the Captain Treacherous out of the Bettor's Delight mare in Honour Roll.
Yeah, that's right. Double up of Arts Place in the pedigree. But yeah, this filly, she's first foal out of Honour Roll. She's a big, strong mare herself, and yeah, I really like this filly. She's sort of one of those ones that sort of just was pretty insignificant early on, but just as once the yearling prep and that started, she's just gone from strength to strength, and yeah, I really like what she's sort of developing into, and yeah, she's a nice horse that's really easy to work with, and lovely attitude.
Covers the ground quick. Cameron Ben had a bit of trouble just keeping up with her then. She just walks very fast without looking like she's covering much ground, doesn't she? That is lot number 59, the Captain Treacherous filly out of Honour Roll. Right, lot 61 is the Captain Treacherous colt out of Party On. What a champion mare she was.
Yeah, she was one of the better horses with fillies of her generation. She was really nice. Won breeders' crowns and whatnot in Australia, but she's starting to leave a bit of a mark as a broodmare. Her first foal showed any amount of ability, a filly called Party Girl, but she fibrillated in a couple of trials, and the vets couldn't get it back in, so we've retained her as a broodmare. But they were really Stonewall trained her. They were really excited to what she was going to be like as a 2-year-old filly, but unfortunately she didn't measure up due to her fibrillation. But yeah, the second foal, he's an improving type with Tony Hurley, who's sort of just taking a bit of time. He had 3 starts as an early 2-year-old, but once again, nice Captain Treacherous colt.
No, he is indeed, and that's lot number 61 out of Party On. Some good horses down the second and third dams as well. Well worth a good look. All right, Nigel, I think a lot of people would be waiting to see this filly and get a bit of your feedback if you like. This is the lot 64, the Captain Treacherous filly out of a mare that doesn't need much introduction in Princess Tiffany, or for the Australians, our Princess Tiffany.
Yeah, that's right. She's obviously Princess Tiffany being $1 million earner and this being her first foal, there's definitely going to be a few eyes on her at the sales, and she is a really nice type. Captain Treacherous, she's like not a big overly big mare, but filly, but she's well put together, and she's like got a nice relaxed walk on her. Once again, she's a client's horse, and the clients are probably more well known as breeders of a few All Blacks over the years. Their 4 sons have all played for the national teams at different eras, whether it be sevens or age group, or obviously the most famous one probably being Samway, like who's played loads and loads of games for the All Blacks and been captain for a fair while as well. But yeah, this filly here, she is a really nice type, and like I said, nice relaxed walk on her, and yeah, I wouldn't mind her in my breeding barn anyway.
We can read the pedigree page all day. What sort of a filly is she like around the place?
Yeah, she took a while just to come to it, but as the preps come on, she's been a lot better. I remember Braden Whitelock saying to me, the likes of Princess Tiffany as a young horse herself, she just needed a lot of constant handling and regular handling, and this is what this filly's had as well. And but she's, like you see, she's walked up and down here like she's been doing it her whole life. But this is the actual fact, she's probably done this 2 or 3 or 4 times. So no, she's just a little pro now, and yeah, like I said, she's got a brain on her, and she's working it out pretty quickly.
That's lot number 64, one a lot of people are going to be looking at. She's actually named in Queen Lizzie. That is the Captain Treacherous out of Princess Tiffany. Lot number 66 is another for the trotters. This is a What the Hell filly. out of that champion family that you guys have had so much success with in Regal Love, Nigel.
Yep, that's right. Nice, well balanced filly. She's quite light on her feet and whatnot, but she's yeah, I quite like her. She's sort of a neat little, sort of petite little thing, but no, she goes along really well. And once another one that's sort of developed as the prep's gone on, and yeah, looks like she's sort of ready to rock and roll early on.
I said there before, we can read the pedigree pages, you and I can, and people can do the same thing. They can look at them. This family, they can leave fillies and they can leave colts. It's one of those families that very adaptable. It's quite a unique family for the trotters here in New Zealand and Australia, isn't it?
Yeah, that's right. It is. It's a family that definitely goes colts, fillies, and everything else. But
2-year-olds and older horses. It ticks a lot of boxes, doesn't it?
Yeah, and this filly, the full sister of this one, it ended up over at Greg Sugar's and Jess Tubbs. She just got she got a few growing pains and whatnot, so we ended up bringing her home. She's a 3-year-old filly now. We took her to sent her to the beach to be trained by Bernie Hackett and Michelle Wallace, and she's been there a few months, but they're just sort of taking her along nice and slowly. But like I was talking to Bernie at the races the other night, and he did say he really likes her, and everything he does, she just picks up and just like sort of push button when he pulls her off her helmet and stuff like that. So it's promising for her going forward, and I think her name's Noble Love. I think she should be seen on the racetrack in the near future. Maybe
before the sale, so keep an eye out for that. That is lot number 66, the What the Hill out of Regal Love. Lot 69, a trotter that both sides of the ditch. You're going to be looking at this one, Nigel. This is the What the Hill out of Regal Volo. What a job she's doing in the broodmare barn.
Yeah, no, she's been a gem of a broodmare. One of her last foals, this one. She's got it sort of getting on in age a bit, the mare, but yeah, she's just left good horse after good horse. And this fella here, as you can see, like she does the foals really well, and this guy, he's just been, well, he's a tank really. He could go to the sales tomorrow and probably fetch a good dollar. A couple of 3 years ago, Emilio Rosati bought the full brother of this guy. Paid 190 grand for a first season sire in What the Hill, but which would have to be some sort of record. But like, yeah, like definitely sells them on type. He's a beautiful horse, this guy.
Now, our 2010 or 2010 for you Kiwi guys over here, but Highgate, and of course then you got High Energy, recent Redwood winner as well. So really, really lovely family that is. Lot number 69, the What the Hill out of Regal Volo. Lot 72 is the Vincent out of Rozalski. Hopefully I've said that one right, the colt.
Yeah, Rozalski, the mare, she's a good one of the top fillies in New Zealand of her age group. She went over to Aussie and won a heat of the New South Wales Oaks, and I think she was a bit unlucky in the final from memory. But this fella here, he's a half brother to the top 4-year-old in our Cosmic Major, who won again at Menangle the other night. Hasn't been out of the money in 12 starts, winning 7 of those. But yeah, he's also that Cosmic Major. He was the only horse to beat Akuta as a 2-year-old in the Group 2 Welcome Stakes down at Addington. He got up on the line and beat him. But yeah, really nice horse. And last year's 2-year-old competed in a few solid stakes heats this year for Robin and Jenna Dunn. Yeah,
and Vincent, of course, champion New Zealand sire, and a lot of the Kiwis know him, and yeah, he done a good job. He's always done a good job, Vincent, that is, and yeah, Better's Delight mare. So it's at almost Art Major, Better's Delight cross as well. That is lot number 72, the Vincent out of Rozalski.
Yep.
Lot number 75 is the Captain Treacherous filly out of Ruby Rose, a Better's Delight mare. Another one that's thrown to that type, that Captain Treacherous type, Nige, which is, I think, what a lot of people look for.
Yeah, that's right. She's going to be quite a big, strong filly. This is her third foal. The first couple were Art Majors. They were big, strong horses too, but this would definitely be the best type she's left. She is a nice walking filly and pretty well relaxed. But yeah, once again, mother's a full sister, the good horse and pace and pride. So. Yeah, nice tidy type, and yeah, another filly, unfortunately, by Captain Treacherous. We obviously aim for colts, but at the end of the day, we're more than happy to just get a nice healthy horse on the ground, and this is another one that yeah, we'll be looking forward to selling at the sales.
You are a selling barn. It doesn't matter if they're geldings or, colts or fillies, and they are all for sale. This is the lot number 75, the Captain Treacherous out of Ruby Rose. Lot 77 is the Always Be Mickey colt out of Sam's Delight. I'm going to reiterate, this is an Always Be Mickey and not a Sweet Lou with the markings. Has he got some bling on him, this one, Nigel?
Yeah, real flashy type. I had to go back and check who we bred that day, because I kind of thought I might have got the semen mixed up, because he does definitely look like a Sweet Lou, but he's a nice strong fella. And November foal, but first 3 foals from the mare have all qualified, with the first 2 multiple winners. And last year's yearling, he's our major colt, broken really well with Arno Donnelly over the autumn and whatnot last year. But yeah, he's sort of definitely a leggy type. He's sort of, yeah, the mare's not overly big, but they're definitely sort of thrown to the Mickey, and big strong horse.
I don't know if it's a good sign or a bad sign, I'll tell you in 12 months' time, but you sometimes get caught watching him as you're doing the camera, and when he was walking back just there before, you just got to watch him when he walks. He's got a great walk on him, hasn't he?
He definitely catches the eye for sure, yeah.
Take away all that bling, it's still just the way that he strides over the ground, and got a good attitude. He's got a little bit in him too there, just wanting to play up, well, not play up, just have a bit of a play, but lovely type, that's for sure. That is lot number 77, the Always Be Mickey out of Sam's Delight. Lot number 79 is one of those crosses. This is a Bettor's Delight over the Art Major mare in Settle Pedal, Nigel. But we've also got Christian Cullen back in the family. This ticks a lot of the important bloodlines for New Zealand and Australian buyers.
Yeah, a lot of the breeding nicks are ticked off here, all right. He's a really, really nice young horse, this fella. As a foal and weanling, he's one of those ones that really stood out in the paddock. Lovely eye, nice head on him, but he's really developed into like a compact little Bettor's Delight, but first foal out of the mare, and she done a pretty good job winning 3 races for the Breckon Farms syndicates. But yeah, he's come a long way throughout the prep, and he's started to fit into the regime really well. Got a good brain on him.
Yeah, cracking type, like you say there that he's not overly big, but he's not small. He's an early foal as well, and just looks all racehorse, doesn't he?
He does, yeah, that's right. He's sort of Bettor's Delight, so you don't mind seeing. They're sort of strong and good hind quarter on him, and yeah, hopefully he sells accordingly. Yeah,
real type of people will be going and look at him, and could sort of suit that Australian market as well. Get up and go a horse early here. That's lot number 79, the Bettor's Delight out of Settle Petal. Nigel, we have lot number 87, the Always Be Mickey out of Spin to Win. Of course, goes back to that family so well known here at the Breckon Farms.
Yeah, that's right. The Twist and Twirl family, King of Swing, Better Twist, obviously out of the family, along with Rock and Roll Hammer as well, who's doing a really, really top job in Australia with McCarthy's, placed in a couple of the derbies last year. But this fella here, he's late foal that continues to develop. He's a big boy. He's sort of cut in the same mould of Wheels of Fortune, who he's now 4-year-old. We sold, or might be a 5-year-old now actually, that we sold a couple of years ago to John Hay. Yeah, John Hay, he had the 3-year-old out of this mare, full brother, Wheels of Fortune, who competed in the Cooters Derby, ran sort of midfield in that, but he's a horse that took a bit of time, and but he's sort of starting to come to it now. He's had sort of 15-20 starts and won probably half a dozen, if not more, and won a couple of the country championships races this past season. But yeah, he's a big, strong fella, and like I said, he's really developed throughout the prep for a mid-December foal.
No, that is lot number 87, the Always Be Mickey out of Spin to Win. Lot number 90 is another Captain Treacherous filly, Nigel. You've had a run of them, and they're all in a row as you're selling them as well. This is out of the Art Major mare in Taylor Bromack.
Yeah, that's right. Taylor Bromack, she's really closely related to really one of the top mares in New Zealand and Artie's Express. But this filly here, she's really impressed me the way she's come through the prep, and just keeps improving week by week, and she's got definitely plenty of scope about her. Lovely head on her, and she's sort of, by come sale time in a month's time, she'll be looking at $1 million. I
haven't done a lot with the Captain Treacherouses other than video them. They look very sensible, Nigel. Like all these fillies have come out here, they've taken to the job well. You can see filly just giving a little pat, but they stand up really square. They seem to understand what you're asking from them.
Yeah, that's right, and they have come to it really quick, and not just the captains, but a lot of the yearlings. But like I was saying before, they haven't had a lot of practice up and down here. This is maybe the third time they've been doing this, so they really come to it. The pennies drop really quickly, and they're sort of coming to it really well. But no, I think really happy with how they're producing or how they're developing.
Lot number 90, that is, the Captain Treacherous out of Taylor Bromac. Lot 104 is a bay filly by Always Be Mickey out of a Sunbeach Somewhere mare, and we have got a filly here, so it's something that a few people will look at in Yeah Baby. Nigel?
That's right. So first of all, the mother, she had a couple of starts as a 2-year-old, and she started red hot favourite both times and sort of didn't race up to expectations, and we ended up purchasing her off the track, and this is her second foal. Her first foal Mark Jones bought, and he's last year's sale. He was a better delight, and he's already been to the trials or workout, just prior to Christmas here down in Ashburton. And he was a two horse trial, and he led it up, and his stablemate was behind him, and they both went to the line together. But they seemed to do it really well. I haven't had an update from Mark as to what he thinks of the horse, but obviously to be racing before it's even turned, or trialling before it's even turned 2 is
sign of confidence.
Yeah, exactly. But nice filly, this, who's sort of got plenty of size about her, and walks really nice.
Yeah, she is indeed, and she's willing to, because she actually half wanted to go home, and then Fergus says, no, we've got to do another lap, and away she went. That is lot number 104, the Always Be Mickey, as I said, out of a Sunbeach Somewhere mare. You don't get a lot of those opportunity to get these sort of fillies. Yeah Baby. Lot 113 now, Nigel, is the Always Be Mickey out of Big Lucy, a Badlands Hanover mare.
Yeah, that's right. Big Lucy, she was a Australian mare herself. I think Mark McNamara might have owned her.
Just go again, Dale. Give her one more go, because she's going to look fucking ratty on that, I reckon. Don't go off the grass. Just when you turn, I'll start. Right, lot 113 is the Always Be Mickey filly out of Big Lucy, a Badlands Hanover mare.
That's right. She's a Australian bred mare, that Big Lucy. Mark McNamara actually he owned her, I think, the race commentator. But yeah, she's quite a compact little filly for a Mickey. Relaxed horse, very little bothers her. She sort of just wanders around, and I'd say of the 6 foals she's had, and I haven't seen all of them, but the last 3 or 4, this would definitely be the best on type I've seen of hers. But she had a couple of last year's 2-year-old that went to the races for Joe Stevens. Bigger is Better, I think he's called. Yeah, Bigger is Better. And he competed in a couple of races. He just looked like he needed a bit of time. He was sort of a bit of a weaker type, but he definitely could run. And this filly here, she's definitely a bit more stronger type than him at the same stage, that's for sure. Real
good bodied filly when she was standing up there before. It's lot number 113, the Always Be Mickey out of Big Lucy. Right, now we have lot number 116, the Bettor's Delight filly out of the American Ideal mare in Bubbled Up. I can see a lot of American Ideal in this filly actually, Nigel.
Yeah, no, she is. She's a big, strong filly. Like as a young foal, she was really just big, round, really strong type, and she's developed really well from a weanling to now, and she's a nice type, all right. And second dam's the mother of impressive 2-year-old down south in Dawson, who's a Sweet Lou colt that Graham Anderson bought, is well renowned for purchasing Sweet Lou's and getting them up and going.
And they have a really good opinion of that horse, Dawson. I know I spoke to the trainer just the other day, and really excited about him. With Tony Stratford actually is the trainer. He's very excited about him. He was one of the horses he said to keep a good lookout for, so that is a really important update. But of course, Bettor's Delight and American Ideal, 2 stallions that have done the job for years on end here in New Zealand and continue to do it too, both those stallions. So really nice cross there. That is lot number 116, the Bettor's Delight filly out of Bubble Up. Lot 118, the Father Patrick filly out of Cheeky Babe, a Muscle Hill filly. So again, say about these fillies, and being able to, 2 for 1 almost, you'll be able to race them and then send them to the broodmare barn as well. Another beautifully bred filly.
Yep, that's right. She's a really nice sort of well balanced sort of filly too. I don't think she's the December foal. But yeah, Father Patrick, he's been doing a good job in both North America and down here, and we've been quite big supporters of him, with the likes of High Energy and High Step being two young fillies that the farm's retained and racing in our Breckon Farms syndicates. But this filly here, like she's really like she's a little bit weak, but I guess that's probably due to her age and whatnot. But
Yeah.
I do like, she's lovely in age. You see how she's just wandering around here like there's not a care in the world, and but yeah, once again she's a full half to the first foal out of Cheeky Babe, who raced as a 2-year-old and then got injured, but she, I think she had 5 starts as a 2-year-old, or 5 starts with 4 wins as a 2-year-old, and she actually beat Bolt for Brilliance as a 2-year-old in one of the 2-year-old races. But yeah, she got injured, tried bringing her back, and she never really come back to it. So obviously, once again, probably better suited in the broodmare barn, where she can sort of leave a couple of nice horses. And I know her first horse is Bernie Hackett and Michelle Wallace. They train that, and it's a Father Patrick as well, and they really like the way he's progressing. And once again, they're going to be aiming him at those early 2-year-old races in sort of March, April, provided he comes along. But they're really happy with how he's doing it and whatnot. And he just, like you said, he's a little professional who sort of doesn't do much wrong. But and this is a full sister, and yeah, she sort of just floats along, and yeah, she's really happy with how she's progressed too.
That's lot number 118, the Father Patrick out of the Muscle Hill mare in Cheeky Babe. Lot number 121 is the Always Be Mickey colt out of the Christian Cullen mare Close Escape.
Yeah, he's this is actually my guy. He's the first one I've put through the sales, but he's quite a nice horse. He's sort of developing as the prep's gone on. He was a bit weak through the neck, but as you can see, he's sort of starting to strengthen up, and we always give him 2 weeks out at Christmas time, and this fella's one that really benefited from that. Just lay down in the paddock and had a good rest like the whole lot do, and let their body catch up with all the work they're doing and all the feed they're getting. But this guy's quite closely related to Always Be Mickey filly and Kiss that Barry Purdon and Scotty Phelan trained, a 2-year-old last year. That was one of the better 2-year-olds going around. Yeah,
did a real good job, didn't she? Kiss did as well. So nice colt, as you said there before, really starting to develop through the neck. You can't really fault it. I understand, I believe what you said there, Nige, but lovely horse standing up, really good there as well. So nice colt. You'd be a little bit excited taking this bloke to the sale ring, I'd imagine.
Yeah, it's a new thing for me, and obviously, yeah, he's probably not going to be a sale topper, but at the same time, he's a nice horse, and hopefully he can sort of bring a bit of money, and we'll see how we go.
Lot 121, the Always Be Mickey out of Close Escape. Right, Nigel, we've, as I said, showcased all of your yearlings. One thing I just wanted to touch on, you touched on it there before we went to the yearlings as well, but the bit of a break you give them over that Christmas, New Year's break, and their maturity, and just watching them, they're professionals. We won't say they're 100% professional. There's a couple that wanted to give us a little bit, but they're young horses.
That's right.
But
yeah.
All in all, mate, you must wrap. It's a formula you guys have done for a long time, and it definitely seems to work.
Yeah, that's right. To be fair, like I don't have an awful lot to do with it. I sort of just oversee things, but it's full credit to Philly Higgins Drysdale, our yearling manager, and also the staff that we've got here. Like quite a few of them are returnees from other years, but there's always a couple of new ones in there. And like Jade, one of the walkers today, she stepped up really well and paraded really well, and the horses sort of walk for her. And but yeah, once again, the job that Philly and the crew have done is really outstanding. And yeah, we do turn them out for a couple of weeks over Christmas, and it's something we sort of I'd never done before, but we stumbled upon it. Well, they'd always done it here, but it was just amazing the development in the horse between that Christmas and New Year, and it sort of just gives them a bit of a mental freshener, because it is a lot for a young horse to take in, and yeah, they seem to really enjoy those couple of weeks off, and sort of it's just like anyone really. You get a couple of weeks off over Christmas and New Year, and you're sort of not looking forward to going back to work, but yeah, you're definitely recharged, and it seems to be the same way with these young horses.
And probably for the trainers then when they get them, to be able to take them straight to the breaking in barn, because they haven't had a long campaign, so it works that way as well. And it's something that has worked. You guys here at Breckon Farms, you sell horses. That's what you guys actually do all the time, and you've noted for it. A lot of fillies in this sale. I think you said 50% fillies to colts almost, and it's something that you guys do. You don't maintain them. You sell as many of them as you can. You keep a couple, but it's what Breckon Farms is about, selling yearlings.
Yeah, that's right. Everything we send to the sale is definitely for sale. We're looking at building a stable complex next year, so that's going to get underway the day that the yearlings go up to Karaka to be sold. So they'll be breaking ground on that on the Friday. But yeah, like everything is for sale, and we do have a few more fillies this year, but it's more so because we usually retain a few for the Breckon Farms racing syndicates, but just with the new build that we're doing next year, we're just obviously just trying to get a bit more money in the bank and help pay for these new stables. But so we're going to take a year off from the Breckon syndicates, and obviously there might be a couple that may not sell at the sales, but so be it. Then I'm sure Ken and Karen and a few of their friends will be more than happy to race them, if not make a little mini syndicate with Breckon horses. But no, everything that'll be going to Karaka will 100% be for sale. And yeah, we do have more fillies than normal, but I think the quality of them's right up there with there's a few
scary.
captains.
It's scary, a couple of them, that's for sure. Yeah, a lot of Captain Treacherouses and like beautiful bloodlines, trotters as well as pacers. It's great. It's just a great mix. A lot of people have been coming to the farm already, having on-farm inspections and the likes. The Australian audience, give you a call, get in touch with you guys, get in touch with Ken and Karen. What's the best way to do it?
Yeah, 100%. Just get in touch with me. Ken and Karen, they sort of live up in Auckland, so they're sort of not really right up with the play in that sense, but they're more than happy to, Ken and Karen are more than happy to talk to you about anything you're interested in or whatnot. But yeah, my phone number's in the catalogue, and more than happy to give me a call just if you want to query about a horse or want to know a bit of its background or something like that. We're pretty transparent. There's sort of nothing really left hidden, but we welcome anyone to come and view the horses on farm or up at Karaka and whatnot. But yeah, we've had 3 or 4 people come through already looking, and Greg and Sky Bond, they were over at Christmas or New Year to watch one of their horses race for Brent Mangos, and they called in here for a couple of hours and had a look at most of the horses, and yeah, they were pretty happy with them and whatnot. So yeah.
Worst part of the world to go and have a holiday at as well, so that's for sure. Anywhere in New Zealand actually is really, really cool. Nige, thank you to all of the staff. They've done an outstanding job. It wasn't that hard at all. It was a good job done, so thank you very much for your time. Good luck at the sales. When do you get to the sales complex, mate?
We head up on the Thursday, which I think is the 15th.
Yep.
And yeah, so we'll be parading any time from sort of Friday morning. I'll be ready to rock. We'll go up there and about lunchtime on the Thursday, and just sort of take the afternoon to settle in and sort of figure out their surroundings and whatnot. But yeah, we'll be ready to rumble Friday morning, and look forward to parading as we usually do. We're the same barn as always, just right next door to the outside parade ring. So yeah, looking forward to it. And before we leave, I'd just like to thank you for all the job you do, and it is fantastic what you've been doing over the last few weeks, especially. Myself, I'm from down south and don't always get to go down, and I do love that Central Otago circuit, and definitely a bit envious watching all the videos and stuff of you posting through from there. But yeah, thank you very much for the job you do, and like broadcasting the New Zealand horses to obviously us New Zealanders, but also the sort of wider racing public in Australia and further afield.
No, thank you very much, and I encourage anyone, go to the NZB sales, especially at Karaka, go to the Breckon tent. The hospitality is outstanding, and I'm only saying that so I get looked after this year as well. Ken, if you're watching, we'll know if he's watched to the end of it. But yeah, Nige, thank you. Well done to Breckon Farms. I think you guys are leading the way with your presentation and what you're doing, and the goal that you guys have got at the end of the day, mate. So we've been doing a few of these interviews, I think, about the last 3-4 years through Breckon through COVID it started, and yeah, really appreciate the association and continue to do it. And good luck at the sales, mate.
Thank you very much. Cheers, Paul.